This is shifty op school. No, ew, that sounds disgusting. What, op class? Op class. No, the shifty academy. Shifty the op academy. Okay. Yeah, well, it's been real. Gang. Oh, what's good. Alright, so I did a trial run for a new series on the channel, which is a how-to series. So basically, right, I just got out the shower. Yeah, I already know. But yeah, so basically, what it's gonna be is I look at comments on my videos. Basically, I'll ask, what do y'all want help drawing? Like, what do y'all want a more in-depth video on, so I could teach you how to draw certain things. So I did a trial run, and it actually did really good, because I did a trial and it actually did really good, because that video is currently right now it's at 500 and something views, which is a first for any of my videos, because my videos usually hit around the highest my videos would usually hit is like 200. So like it hit 500. So I was just like, okay, y'all seem to like that, so let me expand on it and help some y'all out. So yeah, y'all already seen. So today we're gonna be learning how to draw faces more realistically. Now I'm not gonna hold you, it's pretty easy, it's not hard. Okay, that sounds really condescending. Okay, so it's not hard. Okay, like in general, it's not hard. It's pretty easy. You just gotta know where your light is coming from. So let's start, and then I'll explain it a bit further on. So I don't know if I want to draw a whole face. I already did that, but I think I'm gonna start with like parts of a face for now. And then later on, if y'all want something more, y'all comment down below and just tell me exactly what y'all want. But yeah, before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so y'all know whenever I upload, cause it's road to 1K. And we at 225 right now, so give me the 300 before the end of this month. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna start off with a nose, because that's one of the, it's not the easiest, but it makes more sense to start off with a nose. So we're gonna do little sections, and then I'll show you. So first thing you wanna do when you're making a nose in general, right? You wanna make a line and then 2 circles. So the line, and I'm doing a sideways nose like this, not like an in front direction. I'll show you that later if y'all want to learn that, but let me just show you. Because we're not learning how to make noses, we're learning how to make things look realistic. Alright. So first thing you're gonna do, get a line. And for this particularly, you want to learn like, okay, so you want to make sure you work on your not only symmetry, but you want to make sure that you work, on your proportions, because proportions play a big role in making something look realistic. So that's the first thing you want to work on. So I'll get this drawn out and then we'll move on. All right, so now I want you to take into consideration how the line that I had down here, how it transformed from a line with 2 circles into a nose. So I want you to take into consideration that the line was used to basically give you equal spacing so that you can make these 2 right here. You don't want this to be too far out, because then like the nose won't really look proportional, but at the same time you don't want it to be too close, because it just won't look right. So with the line going down, it gave it enough space just to have the actual nostril, give it some like space for you to breathe and all that. It gives you space to breathe, because you know not everybody has tiny ass nostrils, but I do. Yo, if you see my nostrils, well, my nostrils huge as hell. My nostrils is huge as hell. Like, let me tell you, it's bad. I got my father-in-law shorts. They did me dirty. But you know, it's cool though. Can't complain. But yeah, now you got your basic nose shape. So now I'm gonna teach y'all the fundamentals of what you really need to know to make anything look realistic. So let me just refine the shape a bit. All right, now here we go. First thing you want to do is shading. But we're going to take it really slow. You don't want to press too hard. You want to start off light and then get harder as you go. You want to start off light and then shade harder as you go, I guess. Okay, so you want to make a little outline of where you think you're going to shade. So I'm going to start like right here. This is my outline for where I'm going to shade. Right here. Now you want to start off light. Now you don't want to shade in circles. Just like shade back and forth for now. Now you know whenever you're walking, whenever you're anywhere with light, the sun, it shines directly on your nose right here and right here. So there's highlights here and here, but it's also like around the edges a bit darker because that's the part where the sun doesn't hit as much. So now that you've shaded, right, you want to go a little harder, just a little bit, not too hard. Pause. Yo, this sound crazy. I'm sorry. But yeah, go a little harder, and then you just shade around here. And then as you can see, you'll see a slight difference. Like this is a bit lighter than this. Now this is gonna help a lot because now you're just gonna keep on going. Keep in mind you don't wanna like really go hard. Just lightly layer it on. And then you can use your fingers too. I recommend getting a blending stub. I had one, I don't know where it is. So, but I don't really use blending stubs either. I usually use like a tissue or something. So let's clean it up a bit. Just erase the sides. Okay, now it doesn't really look like much, but this is where you just start adding and shading, and then you'll see. So now you want to shade this portion right here. It's all about knowing where you want to shade, where the light comes from. It's just that in general. Because if you see a strip right here, the strip that's not shaded in, that means the light is coming. Let's say the light's like right here. It's shining like this. Right here would be white if the light was shining. But the light is like right in front of the person, so it's like right here. And it's shining down, like right down here. So yeah, just a little demonstration of what I mean. These erasers is nasty. I hate the erasers that leave the marks on the paper. I need to get better erasers. That's what I get for shopping at Walmart. Okay, so let's keep on going. Now you want to shade lightly, not too hard, just some simple shading. As you can see, I'm not pressing hard at all. The key is to start off light, like I told y'all before. So now you want to curve, go down. And you want to make a little line, like right here, and keep shading. Like I told you, you want to curve light. You want to. What am I saying? Jesus Christ! Like I said, you just want to shade lightly. That's the key to this. Shade lightly. Now, by all means, I'm not a teacher. You feel me? But I do know a few things. I dibble and dabble. You feel me? Just a little bit. So I'm gonna shade this and then I'll get back to you. Now you can stop here if like this is what you're trying to get, but since y'all want realistic, now the plan is, you see this, how it leaves a harsh line. You don't want lines. When you're doing realistic or realism in general, you don't want to have harsh lines. You want to have a well blended out line, which is the whole point of doing value. Value is knowing where the light shines, knowing where you have your highlights and your dark tones or all that. So now that we have this, what we're gonna do is add more shadows. Now we can make this a bit darker, make this a bit darker so it blends in with the harsh line that we have right here. And then we blend a bit more. So let's get back into it. Now, once you reach this portion, now all you have to do is clean up the edges and give it a bit of more highlight, and then you should be good. So now what we're gonna do is clean the edges right here with the eraser. What I want is an electric eraser, because electric erasers work wonders when I tell y'all. I want one so bad. I plan on getting one soon. I just want to clean this edge. Because when you clean the edge, the line that you had, which was a harsh line, you won't need it anymore. Because the clean edge is what becomes your line. Then you just want to keep cleaning until you get your desired shape, and it'll look great. Now, because this is mixed media paper, it comes off a bit grainy, but if I was doing it on the paper it was made for, it would come out extremely smooth and it would look really great. Okay, now we got the nose down. Let's just clean around here too a bit. In here. Clean a bit on the outside of this. And just a tiny bit of that, a bit of this. And just like that, a nose. And for those that don't see a nose, I'll just show you. Take a bit of this, right? And then the eyes will be like right here. And then the cheek. Just a bit of that. And you could really draw with anything, if I'm being honest. You could use just this and you can make a face depending on how you use the value. Like drawing is really easy when you know how to use value. So basically this is the eyes and cheek over here. You get the gist of it. Let's move on. If you want to do something more interesting, now you could draw a ear, right? A ear, the thing I like about ears, there's like no wrong way you could draw them, because ears are completely different from, everybody has a different type of ear. So you can't really draw it the wrong way. Now the way I like doing anything that I draw, I just do lines, random lines that give it the shape that I needed to give it. I don't try to make an actual shape. Now, I do want y'all to know that I'm using reference. This is not coming from my mind. Whenever I do like studies like this, I like using reference. I use a reference for all my art, but the thing that that makes it acceptable when using reference is the fact that you don't fully copy it. You use specific details that you like in the reference to make your own art. I don't condone people using references, just copying the reference, because then that's not really your art. You're just copying something you see. But if you use specific details from the reference, specific things that you think are cool that you want to incorporate in your own art, then go ahead, because I know I've been using reference for a very long time, and I don't ever plan on not using reference, because that's how I get inspired. But I do want to do a challenge one day of not using reference to just making art. But personally, I already know it's gonna come out looking garbage, because I don't know if anybody else is like this. If you are like this, comment down below. I can't draw from my mind. Like, I could make the most fire art piece from reference, but the minute I try drawing from my mind, it's just a complete disaster. It just doesn't look right. It's just like, it's so wonky. It's just like, come on, fam. Like, I could have sworn I was an artist just yesterday, and then now I'm making this garbage. It's like, is this really how you feel? Is this how you feel? But yeah, the ear is funny. There's so much like little windy roads, twisties and all that. So let's see. right here, and then let's just open it up a little bit. Put some hair that come up like this. And I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks pretty nice for an ear. When I paint ears, they never come out this nice. Cause I never really put in this much detail into an ear because I don't really care for ears. But I must say, I am liking it. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now that you have all your lines, ooh, hold up. Because let's just make the lines for the shadows and highlights. Make it easier for yourself. You do want to have this right here, like that. So you know exactly where your shadows and highlights are. Because the ear is a lot more, I want to say difficult, but it has a lot more steps to it. But you'll get the hang of it with practice. So right here, when it comes to ears, it has like a little shadow line. Let's go down there. It comes up from here, there. Okay, let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do is refine this, make it look better, and then we'll start shading. Alright, so now that you have your shape, what you want to do is start shading it lightly, like I told you before. Now when it comes to the ear, I will help you out with something to help you understand how to do it better. So let's see. So you take a circle, right? And let's also draw a cylinder as reference. Let's just make it curve a little bit. Okay, so a circle, let's say the light is coming from here, right? The light's coming from here. Now you want to start off dark. And then as you get there, you get lighter. So then you just go dark outside, and then a little shimmy shade, and you just go lighter. Blend that all in, and then you go a bit dark on the outside because the light is coming from here. So it doesn't matter about here as much, because at the end of the day, this part is dark, and then this part is light. And just like that, the light's coming from here, so then you have a shadow on the ground like this. You know, if you ever went to elementary art, middle school art, you know this already. The most simple of things. Okay, so with a cylinder, you gotta think of it as a blob, because that's how I think of it. So if the light is coming from up top, like up top here, and it's shining down, the edges will be dark. No matter where you are, the edges are dark, and then it gets lighter and lighter, and then there's a lighter spot. So you go from dark. I'm not gonna make this neat because it doesn't really matter. And then you get lighter, so then you just blend it in. And that's why I say anybody could do art, because it really doesn't matter how well you draw, as long as you have the basics for value down. It looks nice. So yeah, and then your highlight is gonna be like right here, because that's where the thing is. So then you just blend and blend a bit more until you're ready. But yeah, this doesn't need to be perfect. So yes. All right, so as you can see, I didn't really blend it out all the way, just because this mechanical pencil ain't made for that, and my fingers is not made for that. But as you can see, the darker the spots are, that means the deeper it is. Like here, it's a lot deeper inside. That's why it's darker. That's what you need to like think of when you're doing ears in general. The darker it is, the deeper it is. And to make it look realistic, the best part of making something look realistic is when you put highlights. I like doing all my darks first and erasing a bit, doing all my darks, all my lights, and then I just go out, do my highlights. So when you do your highlights, that's when it really pops and it makes it look a lot more realistic. All right, so we covered the nose and the ear. Now, just for everything to sink in, I think we'll do one more, and that should wrap up the video. Now, let's see what I could possibly do with y'all. Okay, so I'll go with an apple. And which space has more? I don't know, but let's go here. And I think I'll go with the apple just for simplicity's sake. Simplicity's sake? Simplicity's sake. I'm so weak. I mean, for simplicity's sake. Now I gotta turn that to a shirt. Simplicity steak. That's fucking hilarious. Okay. So now you just, like I said, we don't draw circles around here. We make lines until we find the exact shape that we're looking for. Now I do my but yeah, I do my cherries the exact same way. So this could potentially be a cherry if I just make it long enough. But that's not what we're going for right now. So let's just keep it simple. Maybe turn it like this. Okay. So now we're just gonna refine it. Some slight just bow. Something a little easy. And I really do not like red apples. I don't know if it's just me, but this looks more like an orange than an apple. I'm down bad. Let's make this a bit flatter then. I'll erase this part. But yeah, I really do not like red apples because they're not sour. I like my apples to be sour. If my apples aren't sour, then it's not a good apple, personally speaking. Alright, now this isn't really the exact shape I was going for, but let's just go with this for now. Okay, I'll refine this a bit more and then we'll start shading. Nobody watching. Treat my old bitch like a mixtape. Now, what you want to do is figure out where your light is coming from, like I've been telling y'all since the beginning. So let's say the light's coming from here, this direction. So you want to have this part just ready, since this is where the light is coming from. Have that ready. And then when light is coming from, there's always going to be a little bit like, let me bring this up a bit because I don't like how close it is. Okay. So there's always going to be a bit of light coming around right here too. Yeah, once you get that, now you want to start shading. Now we're not gonna go crazy with this. Since the top is round, you want to get like that round shape, but not too crazy. You feel me? Now, like this. Now this one is not gonna be highly blended because I don't really want it to. I like when I see apples that are like sketched, but like not blended all the way. That way, it just looks really nice to me. I really like how it looks when I look at it. What the hell am I even saying? Anyways, let's just do this. I'll get back to you once I'm done showing you. Had your bitch singing like she McCartney. Had her on her knees and she ride me like a Harley. Got a bitch named Sydney and a bitch named Carly. I'm thinking about it now, got a bitch named Charlie. She said, why you stop texting me? Bitch, I never wanted you. Catch your man's lacking at the... Alright, now, as you can see, highlight, and then the dark ranges from right here, super dark to semi-dark to really, really semi-dark, and then to light. Now what you want to do is just go a little bit more to just refine it, and then boom. All you gotta do, honestly, I hope this teaches you that no matter how bad you think you are at drawing, you're not. You just need to learn how to do value. Because value is one of like the basis for drawing. You need value to be able to draw anything. Well, not really, because you can draw things without value. It just will look very flat. But if you want things to look 3D, you want things to look realistic, this is what you have to do. But yeah, I hope this helped you. And leave a like, you feel me? Leave a like, ask me what else you want to learn. Because this is Shifty Op School. No, ew, that sounds disgusting. What, op class? Op class. No, the Shifty Academy. The Op Academy. Okay. Well, it's been real. Gang. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It was a lot different from what I usually do, and I'm actually having fun doing these because the original plan was if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would become an art teacher, so I could get the best of both worlds. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope it helped y'all. And if y'all want to learn anything else, feel free to comment down below. Let's get this to 10 likes. Let's get this 10 likes. Run my likes up, you heard? But yeah, new videos coming every week. I might switch it up to like 2 videos every week, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna relax for now. I'm gonna start scheduling some videos, and then if I see they're doing good, we'll start uploading twice a week, so that way y'all get more content. But yeah, if you know, you know what to do. Without further ado, I'll see y'all later. Dropping gems, tell Flex drop the bomb. People swearing that I'm preaching like I'm spitting fucking songs. And I can tell my weed good cause it stick to my palms. Nowadays I roll a leaf and then I go clear the bong. And I'm ready for whatever.